What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Sunday, actually a great opportunity for the New Orleans Saints to get this season started on the right foot. We talked about it yesterday. In a lot of ways, a must-win. A must-win because, the Panthers are horrible. You have a much tougher schedule coming up afterwards. This has been an offseason that's been incredibly depressing. But, we were kind of talking about this with Mayo on Monday, Jake. Even though everything feels awful right now, ultimately, football, and this is why it's better than just like normal life, where things are outside of your control. Ultimately, football is decided by what you do on the field on Sunday. And because everything is so down right now in Louisiana when it comes to football, Derek Carr actually has the ability to be a hero. Like if he approaches this and this team approaches this in the right way, they have the opportunity to change everybody's tone. If they come out there and they look, aggressive and successful and multiple and exciting. And even though it's the Panthers, they go out there and they win that game at home. They give some people to hope. They give you a little joy. They give you a win on this weekend that matters. You'll start to win some people over, man. Like, you control your fate. You control how much the fans like you. And it's very easy to just sit here and say, just win, right? But that's the truth. It's a simple truth. It's a hard one. Easier said than done. But if you get it done, you can start to change the narrative and start to get some people over to your side.
You can. No question about it. They're clamoring. They want to.
Yes.
They might not admit it, but they want to come over. They want you to be good. Hell, I've been the guy that from the get-go, before he signed, when it was rumored that he was going to sign, that didn't like the move.
Yeah.
If he's good, I would love to admit that I was wrong.
Yeah.
That's what we're all hoping and we're all wanting. And so you can go out there against Carolina, because I don't care. It's not college football. It's the NFL. If you go out against Carolina, you win the game, you look good doing so, that is something. And that is something that you can build off of. It's something that you can take into this very difficult portion of your schedule. You're going on the road to the Dallas Cowboys next week. Again, this isn't college football, where this week, like for LSU, okay, we think, internally you can do some things that can maybe help your mindset, but it's nickels. That's not the case. In the NFL, you don't care what it, looks like at the end. Like if it's 2-0, you'll take a win. But if you play good and you get a victory, that's lanyard. That is something that you can just take for weeks. And the Saints need that offensively. They need that confidence. They need that ability to go out there and be successful against a good defense. Like, look at last year's rankings. Carolina was one of the top defenses in the NFL. I was going to
ask you about that, because you have you're just better at knowing the league as a whole than I am. I feel like I do so much college football, and then my brain shuts off outside of the Saints. Like how I talk about the Pelicans, right? I watch the NBA through a Pelicans lens. I watch the NFL through a Saints lens a lot of times. So how do you feel about the Panthers defense as a test for this for this Saints offense, this new look Saints offense?
It's a fantastic test. Carolina, as far as yards per game a year ago, they were top 5.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they came in ahead of a defense like, I think Dallas was 5 and Carolina was 4. Dallas has got a really good defense. And so this Carolina team, they only gave up 171 yards through the air last year per game.
Well, they didn't see this Saints receivers core, though. They ain't seen the same receivers core yet. So.
Which was third best in the NFL, T.
Ready.
Third best. So it's a test. Now, they gave up some points because their offense put them in just horrible situations. And so yards and what they were, some of the best in the NFL, top 5 in almost every metric. Now, points per game, they were towards the bottom half, again, because offense where they were, turnovers and all those things. But no. Now, you trade your best edge rusher, and so we'll see what that looks like. But I still think Carolina is I think it's a very, very good challenge. Look, you still got Derek Brown. I don't know who in the world is going to block him. I would put him right over each guard multiple times, just rotate him. But they did sign Clowney in the offseason to try to take, what you lose with Burns there. So
I'll take Chase Young over Clowney. And look, the Saints defense, I think, is going to be elite again this year. And so all we need is some excitement from the offense. How do we feel about Bryce Young? I hate to be too reductive, but he feels tinier than ever. Like, is Bryce Young actually shrinking?
He's a little fella.
He's Mr.
He's a good quarterback.
Him walking into camp looked like he was getting ready for high school. It was one of the more shocking images that I've seen.
If he struggles, you know who's ready to go.
Trevor Siemian.
The Red Rifle.
Oh, Andy?
Yeah.
Revenge game.
Yeah.
Watch out, boys. Watch out, boys. So look, I think the Saints win on Sunday because I think the Saints have to win on Sunday. I think it's, I called the USC game the most important of the Brian Kelly era. I stand by that statement. I think you've seen all the faith that has been lost with a loss. In the same way, you could argue that everything is on the line for Dennis Allen on Sunday. Because if you don't win this game, I don't see you winning too many of the next games, and this season could feel like it's over right as it's beginning, which would spell absolute doom for this current regime. So let's go, baby. Who dat? Beat the Panthers. Who do you think wins?
Saints at home.
I mean, it's the NFL. You could just flip a coin. Whatever.
I like the Saints at home.
Yeah.
Because of everything that you just said. If they don't win this game,
it's over.
It rolls downhill, and you know what it is. And it's going to start Sunday, and it ain't going to stop for a while.
Wow. Just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.